Hi, I'm State Representative Paul Harris, speaking to you today from Olympia. We have passed the midway point of the legislative session, and sadly, we have seen no proposals moving forward to stimulate the economy, promote job growth, and to give our employers some certainty. We need to make sure that businesses are succeeding, especially in this time of economic uncertainty. A strong economy is how we pay for quality schools, build safe communities, and take care of our most vulnerable. The regulatory environment in Washington State makes it difficult to compete with other states and to keep jobs. In fact, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce recently released its annual 50-state review of regulations and employment laws. The report states that improved regulatory climate could add 18,000 jobs to the state of Washington. Unfortunately, our state ranked poor for labor and employment laws and regulations, the lowest rating in the report. Factors contributing to Washington's poor showing include numerous labor and employment mandates that exceed federal standards, daily overtime rate on public construction contracts, very high wage ceiling for income that is subject to unemployment insurance taxes, and the state's minimum wage is in excess of the federal minimum wage standard, and also no right to work protections. The House Republican Caucus has introduced legislation to address most, if not all, of these issues, and yet none of our proposals have made it past public hearing process. To improve our state's economy, we need to create certainty, protect our competitive advantages, and work to improve on competitive disadvantages so that employers consider locating and investing in Washington State. I believe we can support our employers by eliminating red tape and costly regulations that suppress economic growth. We have a regulatory reform measure, House Bill 2276, called the Regulatory Freedom and Accountability Act. It would create a series of reforms to make doing business in our state less cumbersome. Another issue that seems very simple would be that of taking hydropower and making it a renewable resource. This would guarantee low power costs for our manufacturers and for other businesses. I don't need to tell people in Clark County how important low and inexpensive power is in keeping it cost effective. We also have legislation that would double the small business and B&O tax credit and eliminate unfunded mandates for our local governments and schools. These are straightforward measures that would greatly benefit our employers. I'm worried that the majority party has no solutions on the table and they have not yet moved on any of ours. There are a lot of small employers out there who are struggling. My hope is that in the final few weeks, we can take a few of these regulatory reforms and proposals and put them on the table to help protect jobs and the economy in our state. I can tell you in my caucus, our focus remains greatly on creating a better environment for the workers of Washington State. Thank you again for trusting me. I am your representative, Paul Harris.